Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Man, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Slot man moves right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Looking for London on the out route, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outlet, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown, Falcons! Velus Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Buccaneers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Russell Gage, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running the jet sweep with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Down. 2nd and 9 from the 44. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Up the gut, Fournette. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Fournette once more on second down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Hard throw, incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They're going to look to throw. Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they're going to decline that and choose to bring up second down.
So did you feel like maybe this is just a mistake that they don't take the penalty
possibly
here? Either that or they feel like their defense just cannot be moved on very well, and they'd rather go ahead and use the downs.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Borregales now on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the double.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
Penny, a first down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd down, back to Fournette. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. 51 yards on the punt there. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs starting line. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again. 2nd and 10. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And that one results in 35 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Let's go.
Here's Swift. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because...
Touchdown, Falcons! One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2nd down and inches. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs are back within a score. No problem there on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
2nd and 13. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So even 2 yards out on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Back to throw again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Knocked out another turnover on his ledger.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say we'll take it, but the points have been flying around. It feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Fight, kick, ball red.
They're going to look to throw. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to the running. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 12. They'll look to throw here. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Shot, 17. Black shot.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got up, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Dean. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They'll look to throw.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's taken to the 26.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Ready up.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And some room to work.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 75 yards on the ground here for Swift. He's got a first down as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, check mega.
Once again, it's Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check smash.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo.
This will get the lead up to 7.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
On the handoff, this is Swift. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll drop the throw. And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Get it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
This is Swift on the counter.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Falcons, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.